Hey folks, Christian here, and you're listening to an NC Cutting Edge Counseling production. NCCEC is a trauma therapy practice based in North Carolina. Learn more at NCCEC.com. For more content, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Mindscapes and Magic. And come hang out with us in our Discord for episode discussions. Content warnings and where to find us will be in the episode description. Welcome to the show.
Let's have some fun. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Mindscapes and Magic. My name is Casey Gibson, he, him pronouns, and I'm still the Dungeon Master for our marvelous, finally, once again, a misadventure. I'm joined, as always, by our wonderful cohort of people.
Haley Ronstadt here, she, they pronouns. I'm the therapist on the podcast playing Eldon or Elle, he, they pronouns. He is a half-elf witch who is Osmosis Jones hot.
Wow. Good pull.
Yeah.
That one I know.
I understood that reference.
Beautiful.
Okay, Captain America.
Ew. And Elle may or may not have left their tent behind.
What?
I guess we're going to find out.
Wonder who told him to do that.
I don't know.
Definitely not Cassandra.
I am Jason Wide, he, him.
Who let you in the building?
Huh? What?
Yeah,
We changed the door
You're back
code.
again?
Yeah.
We
Gamerax
really
told me.
have to work on building security. People are not supposed to let other people in without badges.
Listen. I apologized. I don't know what the problem is.
We were editing episodes,
I
making yourself the
apologize.
You're
DM.
doctoring the whole
I
stream.
apologized. Yes, he apologized. Come on, guys. I thought we talked about this.
See, this feels
What
up,
forced.
Gav, I thought we talked about this.
We did, and I thought everything was good.
Everything is fine, but that doesn't mean he's back on the... You know what?
He's not on the-
We're recording
he-
right now. Hey,
We'll
we're going to
do
have
it
a
later.
meeting. We're going to
We'll
have a
do it
meeting after this.
He's just sitting in. I am on the podcast.
Then why? Never mind.
Yeah, it's awkward.
He's
Yeah,
my
It's
right.
awkward for everyone.
He's my ride. I cannot make him wait outside.
I will pick you up.
Well, next time maybe we talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a meeting.
Yeah, we're going to have it. We'll have words.
Yeah, if that's the barrier, we got you.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You're actually closer to us than him.
yeah, but it's a good time. I like it.
It's awkward.
We
It is
will
awkward.
fix this. It is okay.
Yeah, we'll fix this.
That's it.
My name is Derek Rogers, and I'm playing Kadima Thorne, parentheses 2024.
Funny every
In
time.
2025.
In 2025.
The real monster manual over here.
Yeah, that's me. And Kadima is a little embarrassed that he spent $600 or $800 when he could have just cut the armor up and put it together himself. Feels like he kind of got scammed.
You paid for the
He
craft.
paid for the craftsmanship
Oh, yeah.
and the knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And a 5% chance for it to not work.
Yeah.
you don't know what kind of magical stitching was done to bring the enchantment into
or
it.
how
Gideon
enchanted
is a
his shears
hard-working
are.
man.
Well, I'm Christian Snyder, and I'm playing Alexander Mish Kamian, the raucous rapscallion with a heart of gold, ready to punch these random encounter wolves.
You don't know what my life is.
I miss the Heart of Iron.
Yeah, that was
We're
like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah,
Mish softened up
when
again.
Mish was going dark.
Yeah.
he
Well,
softened up again.
Well, it was because...
Well, it's because he got his murder fixation.
Yeah, I killed...
Satan.
He got his murder rocks off.
Yep.
I murdered a uncle.
In cold blood.
I committed avunculicide.
Kill stealing. No, you didn't. It's not your
He's not
uncle.
your uncle.
Not your uncle.
It was that time.
Kill stealing, son of a
Well,
bitch.
In my heart, he was. He was all of our uncle.
He was all of our uncle.
He was our uncle the whole time.
you guys you didn't get to that part in the journal where Salvin is actually everyone's uncle. He's the omni uncle.
omni-
Omni uncle.
One uncle.
The uncle... No. The unksaya.
Recap.
Recap.
Gotta keep it moving, guys.
Afternoon records. We
This is what happens when we decide to do just one more episode in the day.
One more is a treat.
Look, the sun's going down, and we all know what that means. It gets wild in here.
Let's go.
But before it got wild in here, last episode we spent a week in a library and making phone calls to our parents. That was it. No, you guys spent the week researching various things. Eldon looked into his family in Adrathos. Gev got caught up on the current events of the world. Kadima learned a little bit more about his martial arts and where he could possibly go to find some more out.
That's just it. That's it. Nothing else.
And Mish found out a bit more about the decimations and kind of figure out what might have happened to get that extra 5% of people wiped out, and also learned some more about the Astral Sea. You guys also got together and figured out that the city that Vodan showed you all in his vision seems to have indeed been a pre-decimation Thombadir, dating back to thousands of years ago. Indeed proving that Vodan... The year one. Indeed proving that Vodan did come from the past.
And that's
Vodan. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he was trapped in that mirror for, like, almost 5,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
You guys said your goodbyes to the people of the Varia, exchanged a speaking stone with Cassandra, and began to make your way toward Rualia. And we pick up there. So,
Elle is going to go ahead and send some cryptograms. Going number 2, Rualia, to Zelda.
I thought you were telling Zelda you were shitting. Going
number two.
There was like time
I thought it was
between
going to be
those
going
two.
poop emoji.
And then lesser than 3, you.
you just get back. Be careful. Be safe. You too.
Oh, I'm going to stuff them in my pocket.
And yeah, as you guys venture out of Bredin into the wilds of Bahania, heading towards Ralia, you guys are out in, like, still just out of the city, but you can see the sweeping wetlands, small, like, streams and smaller rivers dot the areas in front of you. The land itself is very, like, marshy, like, swampy, like, wetlands type of deal. So it makes it a little bit harder to walk. Getting to Ionis, which is the major city there, probably take you guys about 4 days to get to the major river crossing, and then the ferry will get you across in a day.
All right.
Cool. Let's go.
Yes, you guys take off in the direction. You're traveling for a little bit, the mud like sucking at your boots and your feet, trying to like just grip you in all the marsh. You're moving through these... you see in the distance, you see farms made up of a lot of like rice paddies and things that grow, that other people would know grow in like marsh areas and stuff like that I, Casey, do not. But a lot of farmland, a lot of like lush fields. You see cows like moving across marshy wetlands and things like that as you move on. As you travel throughout the day, you also start seeing, as you get farther away from the city proper, you start seeing small little like... not quite ruins, but like abandoned houses that seem to, once you get past a certain circumference of like proximity to the city, seem to have been like, okay, this is not sustainable anymore. Abandoned like farmsteads and things like that. And yeah, you continue on, everyone. Roll me survival checks.
Absolutely.
21.
21.
About 7.
20.
That is a critical 23.
23. All right, so...
This is not looking good for anything that happens today.
So, Kadima, Eldon, and Mish, you guys, as you're walking through, the ground's starting to get a little bit firmer. The waterway is starting to get a little bit wider as you guys travel on. After moving at this point for a few hours, a little bit later in the day, you guys are walking, and you see what looks like an pretty old bridge, but it looks like someone's upkept it a little bit. And off into the distance, you see what at first looks like just like a bunch of like boulders or rocks or something like that. But as you like look a little bit closer, you see it actually looks like some kind of like ruin, like some kind of dilapidated structure that used to be made of stone, kind of off the pathway a little bit, about 40-ish feet off of the road.
Do we want to take a quick break? I know we've been going at it for a couple hours.
Yeah, that looks like a great place to sit out.
I packed some snacks in my pockets. Could share.
You got some sausage in there?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this might also be a good time to change our socks.
I can
wearing
clean
socks.
them. I know they will get dirty again, but at least we can start fresh.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you guys take your rest. Once you start approaching, you see that this like ring of boulders is actually fairly large, probably like 40, 50 feet across. You can kind of make out what used to be like what's left of the foundation of like a fairly large like home that probably existed here at some point. Yeah, you guys can set up as you're like sitting down and, trying to change your socks. You're pulling off your shoes and like water is actively like pouring out of them, just absolutely soaked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are able to take a quick break.
What time of day is it?
At this point, probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock. You've been walking most of the day.
This may be a good place to camp for the night.
Yeah, I
We
would
are
like
not
to
in
get a
major
little
rush.
further out, but I
We are
mean,
not in major rush. I mean, this is pretty defensible if we need to.
yeah, I'm just trying to get as much done in the day as we can.
That is fair.
I'm gonna scout ahead a little bit more.
You want help?
Sure.
I'll join you.
I'll send Drew with them as well. Just kind of sit and watch through his eyes.
Yeah, gotcha. You guys want to scout off in the same distance, or do you want to go in different directions?
Kadima's just gonna be walking
Straight. The path.
we were on straight ahead.
Okay.
He's not really like paying Mish much mind.
Gotcha. Yeah, both of you go ahead and give me perception checks.
15.
17.
So you guys walk a little bit farther up the road. You guys are able to cross that like little bridge and go across there. At this point, again, the ground is starting to firm up a little more. You start seeing like small trees and like copses of trees dotted around the area. Lush plants that seem to be unable to like actually take root in this soil. A little bit farther up the road, you guys start seeing a little bit more of these like old dilapidated buildings. You see more like ruins, more, like a stone wall here, an old like fence there. Seems like people have tried to set up places of safety along this road before, but again, just between cities like this, between nations, it's not sustainable during the decimations.
What do you think, Mish? You think this is a little bit better than being out in the open out there?
It's definitely safer.
I'll go grab him.
You could just tell Drew to.
Yeah, I was watching through his eyes, and so at that point, when I hear that,
I don't think I clocked that Drew was with us.
probably not, but I come out of that and I lean over or look over to Eldon.
They have found a more defensible position.
Okay, back into the sludge.
We will get cleaned off and start a nice fire.
That sounds nice.
Yes.
And then I will telepathically tell Drew to let them know that we are coming.
Hey, guys, they're heading up here.
It works.
I'll turn back around. I made it like 5 feet away.
And you guys meet back up, Vadon's kind of looking a little miserable, both from everything that's happened and with the conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Just so wet here. We do not have all this muck in my time, so it seems like a lot of destruction around here. I guess it'll be good to rest for the night.
Yeah. What kind of buildings do we see around? Or I guess they're not so much buildings, but just
Yeah.
like
I said, there's the closest one to a building is probably one with like 2 adjoining walls that are kind of still standing. The walls are probably only about 2.5, 3 feet tall at this point, but you see those and then like a rough like foundation. Like if you look closely enough, rolling over those perception checks, you can clear some of the brush and vines and see like, oh, there's still like stonework down here.
So I think I would go up to wherever that where that adjoining wall setup is and start kind of clearing that out. Is there enough space for us to put the 5 of our tents?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like it used to be like a house that used to be there. So I mean, the tents will be right up against each other.
Yeah.
You can make them work.
I think this is going to be the best spot for us tonight if we want to start setting up our tents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily done. You guys set up your tents as the sun starts going down.
Is there any dry wood around so we can make a campfire?
Roll survival.
Survival.
Yeah.
I can also look for some dry wood.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll survival too.
11.
6.
6. So yeah, you managed to find some stuff that's semi-dry. It's at least not soaked all the way through. But I mean, with a little effort and a little magic.
Yeah, I was going to use prestidigitation to light the fire anyways.
We have that fireball thing.
Yeah, let's just use it for this.
Burn the entire structure down.
That'll definitely work.
Yeah.
Now we have no tents.
We don't need tents where we're going. We have fire.
And once the fire is going, I am going to set up a ritual circle and recast Find Familiar. And Drew is going to turn into a female presenting sprite. Same voice.
Yeah. What are y'all looking at?
Nothing.
I am sorry, friend. I was trying to do the male, but it did not work.
I don't care.
I know, but I know you prefer.
Nah, that's all right. But I don't want to quit staring. Never seen a sprite before.
No.
No.
Oh, that's fair.
Regardless, sorry for staring.
All good. Still don't care.
Okay.
Very conflicting messages. Doesn't care.
Doesn't care, doesn't want us to look.
Yeah. Where's your tent, Elle?
I'm gonna look through my stuff. Fuck.
Did you forget your tent?
There's a lot going on when we left. I guess I forgot my tent. Shit.
I mean, I'm pretty small. There's plenty of room in here.
You can have mine if you need it.
Yeah, that's I just can't believe I forgot my tent.
I mean, do you not want to share a tent with me or something?
No, we can share a tent. I don't.
You can have mine on your own. I can sleep under the stars.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to take your tent from you.
That's assholes.
I do. It's so funny because Mish is being genuine, but I am almost 100% positive that during that dance, Geverax saw the interaction between them and was like, now he's fucking with
I am
them.
100% being genuine
Yeah,
and sincere.
no, I
I'm
know.
like, dude, I'm tiny. This
know.
this is basically a mansion.
Gev is fucking with him.
And I think Kadima knows what's going on too. He's kind of
Oh, so you're the asshole.
but also thinks it's funny to mess with Elle with you two both saying what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I also made you wear that outfit, so.
Yeah. If you change your mind, just let me know.
Sure, yeah. I'll think about it. We'll have dinner and stuff.
Elle, do you want to stay in mine?
I mean, it doesn't really sound like you want me to, so
I'm asking what you wanted.
I would be down to stay in your tent.
I mean, that doesn't seem efficient. So much less space.
You forgot that you have Nue with
That's
you.
right. That's true. True.
And I'm the next smallest.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
No.
I love this so much.
I'm fully just picturing us standing there and Elle's just hands out I don't know what to do.
and I've already set up my tent and I'm poking my head out of it like it's me and then Nue above me. And I'm like, there's plenty of room in here.
Gev is just chuckling to himself the whole time, watching this interaction.
But I mean, I guess then I'll just say if it somehow gets too crowded in there, there's still plenty of room if you need it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thanks, Mish. Anybody hungry?
I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, Gross is hungry. We got to get some food.
Yeah, let's start making some food.
You guys
Start cooking out some rations.
Yep.
cooking up some rations, some pocket sausage that you still had left over from breakfast. And
Always got to keep that pocket sausage on you.
Yep.
gonna run out in these 4 days. We'll see.
Yeah.
Run out today.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
sad.
it's gone now.
It's gone now. Thank
And yeah,
Christ.
you guys can have a nice dinner. And if there's nothing else, we're gonna start retiring for the night.
Yep.
Who wants to take first watch?
I can take first. Oh, well done. You'd like to join me?
Yes, I'll join you on watch.
Two is better than one.
I haven't been sleeping much. Anyway.
Understood.
I can take last watch. I'll get up early.
You take this Elden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, you take Mito.
Sure.
With Nue.
As per usual.
It is perfect.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead. You and Vadon, roll me some perception checks real quick.
I'm going to use Drew as a sprite has proficiency in perception.
Wow.
So
Wild.
Hey, look over
Shocker,
there,
even.
dumbass. Look away from the fire.
Stop looking at my titties.
My spritties.
fuck, dude, that's good. That's so good.
You're welcome.
That's inspiration worthy in my mind.
Take it.
Dunk.
That's well earned.
That's a 23.
Okay, Vodon only got an 11. You see Vodon is just kind of staring up at the sky.
Oh.
But you hear a couple like wildlife moving around off in the distance. Seems to be attracted to the fire, curious about the fire, but not getting close enough for you to actually like make out anything. But
Okay.
first watch passes without problem. You can trade off. Snyder, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Absolutely. That is a 22.
Gotcha. Yeah, same thing. Most of the watch passes without any incident. Again, you hear a couple like wolves howling in the distance.
Getting closer. I'll start making a little more noise. Scare them off.
But your watch also passes without any incident. Then we got Alden and Kadima with the last watch as the wee hours of the morning start peeking up, and slowly the sun is starting to rise off in the distance.
Yeah, Eldon's gonna open his eyes and be like, "Oh, were you watching me sleep?
No. I was also sleeping.
Your eyes were open."
I mean, I just woke up. Not much in a tent to look at.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll get some decorations for in here.
That'd be nice.
You sleep all right?
Yeah.
It's crazy that you forgot your tent.
It really is. It really is.
What a coincidence.
And yeah, why don't you both give me perception checks?
16.
22.
22. Yeah, the day, or the morning, rather, continues to progress on. No incidents at all. You guys, as the sun rises, everyone else starts stirring within the camp. You guys can have yourself a breakfast and then continue on. Through the second day, you guys start moving through. This is more like, as the ground starts getting firmer, it starts getting more almost like jungle-like. The brush still stays fairly low, only getting up to about like waist high, but it's thicker. You're moving through these like dense tropical plants. Yeah, for me, it's about head high. But these dense like tropical plants, big leaves. As you guys are moving, you're starting to get, out. At this point, society is nowhere to be seen. You're in the wild, but there's a road. So it's not like fully like out in the wilds. And as you guys are traveling through the second day, the morning goes off without a hitch. As we start moving into the afternoon, well, doesn't someone roll me a D100?
I got it.
Snyder looks so disappointed.
I mean, you can do it if you want to.
Oh, it's happened.
That is a 38.
38. So, as you guys are moving down the road, off in the distance, not far distance, again, probably like 40, 50 feet off the road, you see what looks kind of like a boulder with like grass, like vines kind of like growing over it. But everyone give me perception checks.
A
Yeah.
10.
10.
11.
13.
13.
21.
21.
Damn it.
21.
Flip them and we would have had.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I can roll for Don as
Yeah.
well.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, Casey.
Come on. fool.
All right, so with a 28.
Wow.
So Vodon and Gevrax, you guys are the only ones that notice the boulder rise and then sink. Rise and then sink.
Okay.
I think at first, because my other dice was not very good, Gevrax is with them, like, not noticing it, and Drew's like, hey, that's not right.
Hey, the boulder's fucking moving, dude.
Oh, shit. Guys, the boulder, it is moving.
That rock's alive.
Boulders don't move.
Exactly. It is no boulder.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
That's a nice boulder.
I would say also, with that perception check, you at first thought it was just like vultures or like some kind of like carry-on bird kind of like floating overhead. But as you've been walking and kind of stop for a second to look at this weird disturbance going on, you see they're starting to get lower and lower. And as you look, you're like, wait, those aren't birds. They seem to have four wings, like floating around, and they're moving as they start moving lower. You start seeing like, okay, what at first you thought were maybe like 3 or 4 of them. You start seeing like dozens of them like swarming around, and they start swarming around this boulder-looking thing, and then all kind of start moving towards you. And as they start moving towards you, they start letting out these screeches and sounds, and what looked like the boulder starts shifting and rolling, and you see one big arm push itself up as this giant raises up and looks at you guys.
That is definitely not boulder.
No.
Gets up and starts moving towards you guys, following this swarm of weird insectoid monstrosities. Let's roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Of course, now I rolled bad.
Why?
Well, we can start with you, Gevrax. What'd you get?
11.
11.
That's not good.
Kadima, what'd you get?
24.
24.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Wow.
Eldon, what'd you get?
19.
19. Hey, look at Eldon breaking the bad initiative streak.
Mm-hmm.
And Mish.
27. Natural 20.
Oh my God.
That's not good. Wasting all these great rolls.
All right, so we are in initiative. This massive figure, this giant, is probably about 50 feet away from you guys. And this swarm of flying creatures is probably about 30 feet away from you guys. And we got Mish up first with Kadima on deck.
Alrighty. I am going to run up to the big guy, get within 15 feet of him, and use my bonus action to make an unarmed attack, thus teleporting lunging 15 more feet forward to get within range. So I'm going to make that bonus action attack.
All right.
That is a dirty 20.
That's going to hit.
That is 11 damage from that one.
Solid hit. 11 points of damage.
And then I'm going to need a con save as as that punch goes in. I'm going to just let go of a sonic pulse on him.
All right. Constitution save.
Yep. DC is 16.
That is a 19.
Alrighty, so he's going to take minimum damage, which is going to be 3 plus my intelligence, plus 1 from my gauntlets, so that is going to be 8 thunder damage.
8 points of thunder. Fantastic. Any other?
That is it.
That's
I
it?
moved, and I used Shock Trooper to give that extra bit of movement. Yeah, that's it.
Good turn. turn, you run up, start basically attacking this thing's ankles.
Little ankle biter.
All right, that's going to bring us to Kadima.
All right. How far is this thing from me?
50. The giant is 50 feet. The swarm of flying creatures is 30 feet.
I'll move up 30 feet to the swarm.
All right.
So I'll sprint up there, grab the spear off my back, and I'm going to just make a wide swing at this swarm and try and hit as many of them as I can. A 14.
14 will hit.
Sweet. 11 points of damage.
All right, 11 points of damage. As you swing the spear out, you see you catch a couple of them and manage to knock them into the ground, but you can tell that just swinging at these things, they're small, and as you like get up close to them, you see there's dozens and dozens of these things just flying around. Yeah, you knock out a few of them, but yeah, it seems like it's a little less effective than you expected it to be.
Ooh, okay, well, I can't move anymore. I will just take another swipe through them.
All right.
Can't really do too much else. That is a 15.
That's going to hit.
Sweet. 7 more points of damage.
All right. Yeah, you swing out again, catch a couple more there. As they get flung across the just the ground around you.
I will spend a focus point to do flurry of blows.
All right, so 2 more attacks.
2 more attacks. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll both of them. One is an 18, and the other one is a crit.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna pump a hand of harm into that one too.
All right, go ahead and give me that damage. Give me the necrotic damage separately.
Ooh, okay. So for the first one, that is not a crit. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
All right.
And then the second one is a base of 12 for the flurry of blows. And the necrotic is 8 damage.
Cool. And then, yeah, roll out the...
that is a 6 more. 3 and 3.
You see, as you're like swinging out and you pump this, what really did it, you see as you pump your hand of harm like into your strikes, you see, you managed to like, are you using your hand for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to like grasp one, and as you like pump in this damage and on that crit, you tear through one and manage to grab like 4 or 5 more and just crush them. And that necrotic damage just oozes out and just leaves a disgusting mush in your hand as you take out a bunch of them, and there's like maybe 3 or 4 more of these things left. You did significant damage to them.
Seems like necrotic was like more powerful, right? Not less.
It was as effective as you thought it was. There was no resistance there.
Got it.
Yeah, the spear wasn't doing as much in the bludgeoning and stuff. Cool, that is my turn.
Good turn. All right, now we got Eldon up.
Oh, and with the spear, they have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay, cool. Keep me honest on that.
Mm-hmm.
How far away am I from the giant?
The giant's about 50 feet away from you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast the Bleeding Hex on the giant. So one creature you can see within range makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, each time the target takes damage until the spell ends, it takes an extra 1d4 necrotic damage. The spell ends at the end of my next turn.
Nice. All right, con save. That's only gonna be a 13.
15. So
That
fail.
Yeah, they fail. So yeah, every time they take damage, they take an extra d4 necrotic.
Yeah, 1d4. Yeah.
Awesome.
From any damage source?
Because it's bleeding.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
hell.
Yeah. What does this look like, Eldon?
I think that it's just like a glare, and like energy just like comes out of Eldon's eyes.
Yeah, you glare at this thing, and like this wave of like magical energy goes forth. You see this thing take like a step back as like somehow like a small wound opens up on its chest and starts bleeding a little bit. Eldon, you can feel the tattoo on your arm start like writhing and moving as the magic moves within you.
What the fuck was that? Oh, because I accidentally cast it, of course.
All right, any bonus action or movement from you?
I'll go ahead and cackle then.
All right, good turn. You gonna stay where you're at?
Yeah.
Next up is the swarm's turn. There's very few of them left, and they have disadvantage on this attack, but they are going to start swarming over Kadima with the remainder of their numbers and as they like start swarming you, you see these long, like a weird elongated mouths that start opening up with almost a teeth-lined suction cup and start trying to bite at you.
Ooh.
But with disadvantage, that's only going to be a 15.
AC 16.
So close.
So these things just start trying to bite you and like latch onto you, but you manage to like divert them away, move them out of the way, smack them, and that is all they got.
Nice.
All right, next up we got Vodan. Vodan is standing back with Eldon. He just pulls out his bow and arrow, knocks 2 arrows and like flipping between the giant and the swarms, points at the giant and is going to loose 2 arrows at it. All right, both of those are going to hit with a 24 and a 21.
God damn.
Because archery is a hell of a drug. Go ahead and roll me those 2d4, Haley, for the
sorry.
necrotic damage for your bleeding.
4 and 2.
So 6 more damage. So that's going to be 27 points of damage total between both attacks.
Damn.
With Eldon's hex. You see the 2 arrows stick into this thing. The arrows like stick out of it and start bleeding like profusely, like way more than an arrow wound, and something like this large would start bleeding. But I was looking at his arrows like, that's a little weird.
What's wrong with it?
Maybe it's sick.
I love that.
That's going to be Vodan's turn. We got Geverax up next.
Wow, this thing rolled bad.
Yeah, it rolled real bad.
Gavarax, the giant is 50 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Gavarax is going to move forward 30 feet, and while he is moving forward, he is going to enact his innate sorcery. So he starts to move forward and starts to almost cackle this electricity almost. You can smell the ozone near him, and he is not really glowing, but you can feel the power increase. And he can only move 30 feet, so he will start to charge up a spell in his hand. You see he starts to just close his fist numerous times as this every time it gets harder and harder as this power starts to coalesce in his hands, and he says Chromatichna Kuria, and then sends out a chromatic orb, 2nd level. And so I will roll this advantage because of innate sorcery.
Nice.
Well, the natural 1 will not hit. But the 21
That will
probably
certainly
will.
hit.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So 4d8. Okay, 4d8. I rolled 2 8s. Plus 5. That is 23. 23. Yeah, let's do electricity damage. Fuck it.
So 23 damage. That is a huge hit as you just blast this thing with this bolt of electricity. It looked like the lightning was attracted to the arrowhead in its chest. It just launches into it and just burns this thing. You could see the flesh around the skin starting to smoke and sizzle.
And that is movement, action, bonus action. That is it.
Good fucking
And
turn.
now I am 20 feet from him.
Well done. All right. Finally, it's the giant's turn.
Gigantes.
You going to?
Did he hit the giant again?
Oh,
So shouldn't I?
4. Yep. Thank you.
3.
3 more damage.
That is terrifying.
All right. So now we got the hill giant up. Only person in front of him right now is Mish. This thing just reaches down, picks up this huge log, and just swings
Wait,
it.
he's taking an action right now? Mm-hmm. Can I cast Intrusive Thought?
Ooh, is that a reaction?
Yeah, it says reaction whenever you see a creature taking an action.
Yeah, go ahead and read us out the rest of that.
You attempt to distort a creature's thinking. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take the dodge action instead of the action it intended to take.
I don't like this new party.
We are too effective.
You just gotta hit us with more combat.
It's a natural one.
That's definitely a fail.
It was gonna grab this log and swing at Mish. Instead, it looks a little dazed for a second. And you said it takes the dodge action?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
That's not terrible.
No,
that's not the worst. Not as good as the the damage it was gonna mete out if it hit Mish.
Yeah, and on my end, this looked like me like clocking what was happening and just going like, no. Hand reached out. Yeah.
Starts just swaying back and forth.
And I'm like, what is it doing now? It has to be sick.
Definitely sick. All right, well, Mish, you are up. Everyone else going before this hill giant will ever be an issue.
Alrighty, time to attack this thing with disadvantage. But it does not matter because he's going to be taking a d4 necrotic on all of these attacks because even if I hit, it still takes damage. Yay!
Yeah, even if you miss.
Even if I miss.
Yep. That's what you said.
Reliable contrip. It's awesome. So I'm going to use force weapon here. This is going to be first attack. That's a natural 20 and a 17. Unfortunate. Real unforged.
Disadvantage.
Real unforged. So he's going to take 16 on the first hit plus a d4.
Oh, sorry.
Second attack.
4.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
So how much was that?
That was
16?
16.
16, yeah.
Plus 4.
Yep.
20.
This one's a miss because it was a nat 1 on one of them. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action. So he still takes. one damage. So he rolls another d4.
1.
That's fine. And then I'm going to
It
use my
helps.
bonus action to try and punch him. Let's see. That's a 19 on that one, and 4 plus 7, 11. I don't think an 11's gonna hit.
11 will miss.
Okay, and that one does not do damage. That's just a punch.
Sad.
That's all I'm getting.
This thing, not looking good. Every hit you guys do to it, just different wounds start opening up. Even like not where you even hit it. Like Mish just punched this thing in the leg, and like wounds on its arm start opening up, and it just starts bleeding everywhere.
It's running through a rose bush.
Basically. All right, Kadima is up.
I'm gonna run to the giant.
Less than 2 much pathfinder. Do swarms get opportunity attacks?
Yes.
So D&D still gets opportunity.
Yeah,
attacks.
I thought so, but
That's a path.
it's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
no.
I will
Let's
be
do it.
using my reaction
All
to
right.
deflect it.
So you take 21 points of damage.
So you can't reduce it all the way.
I can reduce it by 19 though.
Damn. And your grapplers as these things start
damn it.
latching onto you.
So I took, what, 2? That's fine. I will attack them with my spear then. The ones that are grabbing me.
Just kill them and then run over.
Yeah. I'll spend my human inspiration. Or no, I'd already used it.
Oh, we rested again.
Don't worry.
We did. We did.
I sang my little song in the morning, too.
So
rested.
so I
You're fine.
get 2 every day. Insane. That's a 24.
That would be a Pathfinder crit.
Sweet. I'll pump a hand of harm into this.
Can you do a hand of harm with your spear? Just out of curiosity.
It is once per turn when you hit a creature. Oh, unarmed strike. Never mind. I'll just do a regular one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
nerf
you're
you there.
good,
I was
you're
just
good.
curious, but
That is 5 points of damage.
There is one left desperately clinging onto you. You can feel its teeth just like rotating, trying to like break the skin.
I'll hit it again
That's gross.
with my spear.
All right.
Use my second attack. 18.
That's a hit for sure.
Sweet. 12 points of damage.
1 hit point left.
Get off of me.
Smack it off with a spear and step on it.
Now I sprint to the giant.
Yep.
Is there a way that I can get around with Mish
Yeah, you
to flank with it?
Yeah, you would have enough movement to do
Okay.
that for sure.
Okay, so then it's a flat roll because of the dodge action,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And these are flurry of blows.
All right, cool. Send it.
That is 18.
That's a hit.
Or sorry, 17. And a 15.
That's a hit.
Sweet.
Do I roll 1d4 for both of those, or?
Yeah.
5.
5 damage on top of whatever you're about to do.
Why? No matter what damage dice I have, I'm rolling 2s. This is fucking ridiculous, man. So that is 12 points of damage total.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, 17.
17. How do you want to do this?
Yay!
Yeah, I think I come up and I see where like some of the tear across the chest is going, and I'm gonna plant the spear down and like pole vault, throw my feet at it, and just double egg kick through it.
You, unfortunately for everyone here, launch yourself straight through this giant's chest and out the other side, feet first, and is just left with it. Is far easier than it should have been.
And Elle just threw up.
You guys are out of initiative, and my spore swarm of sturges and my hill giant got to do absolutely nothing
You did 2 damage to me.
on a crit.
The sturges are actually terrifying.
Yeah, they're bad. But yeah, you guys are out of initiative.
Just terrifying.
It is a bloody mess across these jungle plants.
Gavrax will walk up to Kadima and start prestidigitationing the blood of a.
Thanks. I never planned to get this messy or do the things that I do. It's just instinct.
It is okay. I can do this all day long. Prestigeness.
That was quite impressive. You're all very capable in combat. I wonder what was wrong with this creature to start bleeding so.
Yeah, can we take a look at it?
Yeah, go ahead. Medicine or Arcana.
I will do medicine.
I'll take a look too.
I'll do Arcana.
That is a 23 medicine.
Never mind. I don't think I need to.
I mean, you still can if you want to.
I think we'll get the information, though. I don't know that.
What about a 9 Arcana? What's that going to do? He's got to do anything?
Not sure.
You think
Yeah.
it's the same value as his massive medicine?
Absolutely. So yeah, Kadima, you look at it. There's a little bit of magic coming off, but you can't really quite pinpoint it. But Kadima, as you're looking at this, you've seen wounds before. You've seen like bad battle wounds before. These wounds seem to have opened up from nothing. Like it looks like what before was perfectly healthy skin just started splitting.
And this was happening before I attacked it, and I didn't hit it with my arm.
Yep.
But it's similar to what happens with my arm.
Similar, and yeah.
Huh. I wonder if the two of these, like the swarm and the boulder, were linked in some kind of way. Because this is the same thing that happened to Samuel back in the tower when I used this arm on him.
Wait, my arm was doing stuff.
Your arm was doing stuff?
Like the vines were moving.
You think because Kadima, you are not near, but Eldon, you did say something.
Yeah, I freaked out.
Has that ever happened before? You freak out and something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be connections, and
Yeah, but that's never happened before.
magic can be strange. It is.
You also never really had visions the way that you do now.
That's true.
Or points to arm.
Or that.
The arm is new. Even I know that.
Maybe I unlocked something with the seance. I don't.
You could have.
Oh, God. I mean, ugh.
I have seen damage like this. I can cause damage like this sometimes with my glaive.
I can with my arm.
Necrotic is
nasty, nasty shit.
It's nasty business, yeah.
I have not, however, seen wounds open where nothing touched it. That is new.
Maybe tomorrow we'll try some of that out.
Try it out?
Yeah.
Well, we practice it on something to see how it works.
I will say,
you could even do it to me.
I have pretty good resistance to necrotic. You can hit me with it. It will hurt a little bit, but I can also heal.
Yeah, watch.
Jesus Christ.
I'll do a hand of harm on his chest.
Do it. Roll to hit.
Yeah.
It's an 11.
I want you to hit me. It's the end of the day.
21.
21 hits.
Okay. So you take 2 necrotic.
So I take 1 necrotic.
Geverax, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Charisma save.
Yep.
19.
19.
With disadvantage?
I have a +9. I rolled a 10 and a 12.
When Kadima hits you and puts this necrotic damage into you with his right arm, you feel for a moment something in your mind switch, and Kadima, all of a sudden your vision goes black and you're standing before this shifting, moving, fluid shape that reaches out and kind of lifts you up, even though you're in this ethereal space, lifts you up off of your feet and brings it closer to you. You can make out the face of an old man, a young woman, a small child. View metal in things you do not grasp. Keep your hands off him. Before Geverax, that 19, you managed to wrest control back from yourself, and you guys come back. Kadima, you were drenched in sweat. That's where we're in our session.
Holy moly.
I'm going to touch Gevrak so much.
Oh, by the way, Jesus. If you want to hear more about how we and our characters are feeling, check out What's in the Box, where we decompress from the events of the episode. This has been an NCCEC production. Now that the episode is done, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Mindscapes and Magic for more content, and come hang out with us in our Discord for episode discussions. We'll see y'all for the next misadventure.